Another version of LaDA is here. We have been covering these LaDA models for almost 1 year from day one, and they have been evolving quite steadily. The interesting bit about these LaDA models is that they are fundamentally different as they follow the approach to language models to generate text in a very, very different way. While traditional models like GPT produce tokens one at a time in strict sequence, meaning each word must wait for the previous one to be finished, LaDA uses a diffusion based architecture that generates multiple tokens in parallel. You can think of it like the difference between typing a sentence letter by letter versus sketching out an entire phrase at once and then refining it, and that is what LaDA is. The basic architecture is same as we saw around 11 months ago, but they have just been solidifying it and improving the performance of the model. In this video, we are going to install the mini variant of LLaDA 2.1 and we are going to test it out. Plus, I'm also going to unpack the architecture in as simple words as possible. They also have a bigger flash version, but I'm just going to go with the mini in this. I am going to use this Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you are looking to rent a GPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. And now let's install all the prerequisites. While it installs it, let's talk more around its architecture because I think that is one interesting bit about this model. The model's key innovation is its editable generation process, which comes in two modes. One is speed mode and the other one is quality mode. So instead of committing to each token irreversibly, LLaDA initially drafts token as masked placeholder and then iteratively refines them through a denoising process, as you can see here. What makes version 2.1 special is its error correction mechanism. If the model detects it's made a mistake, like generating walks when steps would be more coherent, it can actually go back and fix it retroactively while continuing to generate ahead. This parallel drafting combined with retroactive editing means the 16 billion parameter model can achieve inference speed 2 to 5 times faster than traditional autoregressive models while still matching or exceeding their performance on benchmarks ranging from coding to mathematical reasoning. The architecture is very simple. It uses a mixture of expert design with 20 layers that allows it to selectively activate the most relevant parts of its knowledge for each generation steps. And there is all to its architecture, and you can see that this is the animation which they have shared on their model card where the diffusion is happening, and I will drop the link to it in video's description too. Meanwhile, everything is installed. Let me now show you LLaDA in action. So this is the simple code with the transformers. Make sure you have the latest version as we installed. We are downloading the model and then we are loading the model onto our GPU. Plus we are calculating some numbers as a prompt. We are passing it as with hyperparameters to the model. Model is diffusing it and then giving us the results back here. And I think this is the time when we should just put some effort in understanding how the diffusion is different from the rest of the stuff. So look at these generation tokens. You see that we have this threshold 0.5. These are the diffusion related parameter. We have editing threshold. We have this block length. We have max post steps, and then we have EOS early stop. These are all diffusion related parameters. In only traditional models we use max length and temperature, that's it, but this one has different parameters too. So let me first explain this. So threshold controls when to stop denoising mask token, which is actual diffusion process from latent space to the actual space. Then we have editing threshold 0.0. This controls when to retroactively edit or correct previous tokens. Block length simply means how many tokens to generate in parallel, not one by one. And max post step is 16, which means how many refinement iterations after initial draft. And then this EOS, end of sentence, it's a special stopping criteria for diffusion. So the diffusion is hidden inside the model's custom generate method, as you can see here, where it generates multiple mask tokens in parallel. It iteratively denoises them. Threshold controls when to stop. It can go back and fix errors, which is editing threshold. It refines output, which is max post-step iterations. So hopefully now it is clear how this one is different from the transformers. Now let's go to the terminal and run this. The first time when you are running this, it is going to download the model. The model is big, but as it is mixture of expert, so it should be good. So let's first wait for the model to get downloaded. And the model is now generating the response. While it runs, let's check the VRAM consumption too. So consuming over 47 gig of VRAM. Okay, and let's go back and check the response. And the response looks pretty good to me. The answer is correct. Now, this model is mainly suited for coding, math, and reasoning, primarily complex reasoning tasks where the diffusion process helps with step-by-step thinking. It is, I won't say it's better or worse than the traditional models, it is just different. So let's try out on a complex reasoning prompt. And by the way, it is not a specialist model like GPT or Claude. They are much, much better than this. Okay, and now let's try out a logical reasoning task. I'm just going to load the model. This is a prompt, a logical one where there are three friends standing in a line, and then they have some order, and we are asking what is the order of the three friends from front to back. And you can see it is going step by step. It is analyzing each constraint, and then it is testing all the possibilities. So it is just denoising it in parallel, checking from every angle possible, and then it is going to give us the response. There you go. So already it has got it right, reaches to the core of the problem and then solves it. Pretty impressive, I would say, and a huge improvement on the previous versions. So that's it. Let me know what do you think about this new architecture. It is thinking in parallel, it is fixing all the issues on the fly and solving problems faster than traditional models as per se, because these benchmarks say that. That's it. Try it out. Please share your experience in the comments. And these are all the previous LADA models and the similar ones which we already have covered. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. Thank you for all the support.